Hello Year 4, welcome back to another maths lesson. Today we're going to be continuing with our topic of multiplication. This time we're going to be looking and learning about how we could use different written methods to help us work out different multiplication questions. To start with, you have your daily fluency. Can you please pause the video and work on these now? Okay, let's go through the answers then. Number 1, complete the factors of 15. We know we can look at factors as their factor pairs. We know that not all of numbers have factor pairs and some of them are singular factors, but let's have a go. We know that 1 multiplied by something is 15. What is that missing number? 15, fantastic. So we know that 15 is a factor of 15. If we have the factor 3, what is the other factor to make the factor pair of 3 multiplied by something to get 15? Well done, it's 5. So that means the factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5 and 15. Number 2, 7 multiplied by 3. You could count in either your 7s 3 times or in your 3s 7 times to get the answer of 21. Number 3, 54 divided by 6. You are looking at how many 6s there are in 54. You could count on your fingers if you're fluent with your 6 times tables, but if you're not, don't worry, because you could use a piece of paper to write down your 6s and then count how many you are to get to how many you count to get to 54, and that should be 9. Number 4, 9 kilometres is how many metres? Well, if we know there are 1,000 metres in a kilometre, that means there are 9,000 metres in, well, 9 kilometres is the same as 9,000 metres. Finally, number 5, complete the part-whole models. We are partitioning these part-whole models into their tens and ones. So 23 can be split into 20, 2 tens, and 3 ones, in the same way that 34 can be split into 30 because it has 3 tens and 4, which is 4 ones. So your answer should be looking a little bit like this. Okay then, let's start the lesson on written methods. So we want to work out 23 multiplied by 4, and I'm going to show you a way that we can do this now. We can use place value counters to help us, and we can have a go at making 4 with our place values and adding these together 23 times. Let's see how we get on. Oh, Tiny the Turtle says, remember Year 4, multiplication is commutative. So he suggested that we do it a different way. He suggested that we make 23 with our place value counters and add them together 4 times. And I think, let me know what you think, Year 4, this is a lot quicker way to do it rather than doing 4 23 times. It's a lot quicker. Now you can see that Tiny the Turtle has got tens and he's got ones, so he's going to make a grid, and that's what we can do too to help us. And what he's going to do is going to find out 23 multiplied by 4 by adding together his tens and ones. So he's made 23 in the grid so far, and you can see that by his 2 tens and 3 ones, and he's going to pop the others in there now. So he has represented 23 multiplied by 4 in his grid. And he says that another way he can do it is by using his part-whole model. He knows that there are 2 tens, which is 20 in the number 23. So his first multiplication would be 20 multiplied by 4. His second multiplication using the same number 23 would be looking at the ones, 3 multiplied by 4. Can you pause the video and work out 20 multiplied by 4 and 3 multiplied by 4? Off you go, please. Okay, so 3 multiplied by 4 is 12 and 20 multiplied by 4 is 80. You could do 2 multiplied by 4 and then times it by 10, which gives you 80. What do we need to do to these two numbers now? Because 23 multiplied by 4 is not 80, 12, is it? What do we do now with these numbers? We add them together, fantastic. Can you do that now, please, and then find out the answer? Brilliant, so you should have all got 92, and that is our answer. What I would like you to do is, using the same method, written method, work out the answers to the following multiplication sums. I've got an example here of my part-whole model of 34 multiplied by 3. You can see here that I've multiplied the 30 by 3 and the 4 by 3, and then I would add them together to get my final answer. Can you have a go at these 3, please? Pause the video and make a start. Off you go. Okay, so the answers are on the board now. We could have partitioned 31 into 30 and 1. So we will be looking at 30 multiplied by 5 and then 1 multiplied by 5. Add them together is 155. We can do the same with number 2. Partition 54 into what? Well done, 50 and 4. Multiply the 50 by the 3, multiply the 4 by the 3 and add them together. And by now you will know what to do for number 3 too, okay? So well done if you've got those 3 correct. Let's look at the next way we could work out a multiplication using different written methods. We've got a calculation here, 34 multiplied by 3. Now, can you pause the video and have a think how you would work this out, please? Off you go. Okay, you might have worked it out using place value counters. You might have used our part whole model here, which has given you a bit of a clue. But a way that you might not have worked out and a way that you could work it out is by using base 10. So what I could do is I could make the number 34 using my base 10. So my sticks represent my 10 and my cubes represent my 1. So I can see that I've represented 34 with base 10 quite nicely here. But I've only represented 34 multiplied by 1. How many more times do I have to put that 34 into my table for it to be representing 34 multiplied by 3? Well done, twice more, because that would mean I put it in 3 times. So I've popped it in there now. I could still use my part whole model to help me, give me that bit of guidance if I'm stuck. So what I could do is I could partition it into my 30 and my 4. Work out 30 by 3 and 4 multiplied by 3 and add them together. So can you work those out now, please? Work out the answers to 30 multiplied by 3 and 4 multiplied by 3. Off you go. Okay, so you would have got 12 when you were answering 4 multiplied by 3, and then you would have got 90 when you were answering 30 multiplied by 3. Something else that you could have done using your base 10 is add up all your 10s, add up all your 1s, and then add it again. And if we did that, we'd get 10, 20, count with me, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And that's exactly what we got for our 10s here. And then we could add up our 1s. So count with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And look, we've got our 12 1s. So sometimes the part whole model can be there just to make sure that we are on track. But if you feel confident enough to count your base 10, then definitely do it that way. And then we need to add them together. And what was your answer if you added them together? Absolutely 102. Now, my example here is the same one as the one on the slide before. Can you use base 10 to help you work out the following, please? You might want to draw out a grid on your piece of paper, but make sure you use base 10 because we need to make sure we're using different ways, different written methods to work out the answer. Pause video and off you go, please. Okay, so number 1, 36 multiplied by 3. We know because we're multiplying by 3, we will need 3 rows and we will need 36 in each row, and then we'll add them together to get 108. Number 2, we know that this time how many rows will we need? 4, so we need to add an extra one underneath. And this time we have 45 in each row, in each box. So 4 10s and 5 1s, which adds together to make 180. Finally then, number 3, 23 multiplied by 5. How many rows will we need this time, year 4? 5. Excellent. So we need to add another 2 underneath the ones we've got at the moment. And we need to have 23 in each, representing with base 10, which is 115. Well done if you got those correct. Let's move on to our final way of working out a multiplication using written methods. So here we've got the sum 42 multiplied by 3. And what we could do is we could do it in chunks on a number line. We could first work out 10 multiplied by 3, which is 30. We could then work out another 10 multiplied by 3, and another 10 multiplied by 3, and another 10 multiplied by 3. What have we worked out so far? What multiplied by 3? How many 10s do we have? We have 4. So we have made 4 10s, which is what? 40. We have found 40 multiplied by 3 so far. So how many more jumps of 3s do we need? 2. Well done. So we could do 2 multiplied by 3. So we have then found 42 multiplied by 3, but we need to now know what number we land on. So the first 10 multiplied by 3 we worked out is 30. And we now know that we're jumping in 30. So what is 30 add 30? 60. Well done. And we know we're adding another 30, which is 60 add 30 is 90. Well done. And we are adding another 30 here. What is 90 add 30? Well done, 120. And then we're adding another 30. I can hear lots of you at your screen saying, no, Miss Newman, we don't need to add any more 30s. We now know our next multiplication is 2 multiplied by 3. What is 2 multiplied by 3? 6. So we are now adding 6 to our 120. What is 120 add 6? 126. And that is my answer. If you need a few more moments to have a look at our number line to see how we've got that answer, take a few moments. But otherwise, can you please try and work out these two? Off you go, pause the video. Okay, year 4, well done. So the first one, 47 multiplied by 3. So again, we can do our jumps of 10. 10 multiplied by 3 is 30. We know that we're just on 10 at the moment. We need another jump of 10 multiplied by 3. We need another jump of 30, which gives us 60. We need another one because that gives us 90. How many have we worked out so far? 10, 20, we've worked out 30. So we need one more group of 10, don't we? We need one more jump of 30 to get to that 120. Now, how many more do we need to add on? Because we've done our 10s, but how many 1s do we need to add on now? 7 multiplied by 3, well done. Some of you might already know 7 multiplied by 3, but if you don't, then you can make even smaller amounts. Now, instead of doing one jump of 3, one jump of 3, which would take a long time, what we could do is we could first work out 5 multiplied by 3. What is 5 multiplied by 3? 15. Now we need to add that onto our 120. What is 120 add 15? 135. But how many more lots of 3 do we need to add on still? 2. Well done. Now 2 multiplied by 3 is, we know, 6, and our answer is 141. Now for the second one, we've done our 4 lots of 10 multiplied by 3 again, and we've got to this magic number 120. Now we now know that we need to work out 9 ones, so we need to work out 9 multiplied by 3. Now instead of doing the same where we do 1 multiplied by 3 9 times, which takes a very long time, what we could do is we could do 3 multiplied by 3 3 times. But what we could also do is we could work out 5 multiplied by 3 and then 4 multiplied by 3. But what we can also do is work out 10 multiplied by 3 and look, take away that 1 multiplied by 3. So what is 10 multiplied by 3? We know that, 30. And what is 1 multiplied by 3? 3. So we are taking that 3 away from that 30, which gives us what? 30 take away 3. 27, well done. So we're adding that 27 onto our 120, which gives us the answer of 147. Okay guys, so now it is your turn to have a go at the 2 sheets on your resources pack and also have a go at your problem solving as well. I've put the note on there again that if you want to complete the easier ones, it's 4A, 5A and 6A, but the more challenging ones are the right hand sheet, which is 7A, 8A and 9A. And as always, I would love to see you try and complete those, so have a go please. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon. Well done for your hard work. Bye year 4.